Hello VC, this is a threat response to Needle Grooves contest. Pick a jazz label and show your records or some of your records. 2 days ago I received my records from Berlin made, so I think I'm almost ready to do a response. I'm still correcting and arranging records in my shelves. Still not 100% ready. I'm sure I'm gonna miss some very good stuff. And to be honest, I'm still not sure if I have to show Blue Notes or Verve. I know I promised before that I'm gonna show my Blue Notes, but I believe that I'm gonna do this video anyway, so it's better maybe if I'm gonna show you Verve records. I'm collecting lots of Verve and lots of Blue Notes, so one way or another I'm gonna show you my Blue Notes too in the future. So I will go with Verve records. I'm not gonna give you any information about Verve Records. It's a well-known jazz label. Started to release mainly and basically records by Ella Fitzgerald, but of course in the next decades released also different artists and also different genres apart from jazz. Let me show you. Those is my Verves. I also got some more Verves, but it's in the box, in the boxes, and those are my Blue Notes at the moment. Anyway, I will forget about the Blue Notes and I'm gonna try to focus on Verve records. First of all, a record that I grabbed from Berlin some weeks ago and I listened to it yesterday. It's playing in the background and it's fantastic, a masterpiece, highly recommended. Maybe my favorite Verve record of all time. This is an original copy from Carl Zader and Eddie Palmieri. Both of them are fantastic. Carl Zader is a vibraphonist and Eddie Palmieri is a a very well-known and fantastic Latin artist. This is El Sonido Nuevo out on Verve Records. I'm gonna give you a couple of needle drops. I will show this also in my next final update, but believe me, this was anyway. I'm letting this thing playing in the background while I'm starting showing you my Verves in no particular order. I'm gonna be as fast as possible. Whenever you hear that the record is highly recommended, means that it's highly recommended. Everything is good, but the highly recommended ones are perfect and you should seek them out. Arfoot, Price Oak and Count Basie. This is more like a love vocal jazz thing. Yeah, it was cheap, I grabbed it. Music for Zen Meditation out on Verve, Tony Scott. This is very relaxing, lots of inspiration from Eastern countries, Indian and Zen and meditation stuff. An obscure record actually, but pretty nice. The Walter Vanderlei Trio, Chaganza. On Verve, this is Gatefold, Bossa Nova. Pretty good record. Yeah, continuing. Bossa Nova again, Rainforest, Walter Vanderlei. Amazing cover. You can listen to music when you listen to the cover, I think. This is a Brazil compilation by Bobby Hackett, Billy Butterfield and Louis Hendrick. Sorry. Brazil, you know my thing, verve and Brazil means automatic pickup for me. I'm pretty sure the guys in the USA can find verve records much more cheaply than I do in Europe. This is a pretty well known Jimmy Smith album, The Incredible Jimmy Smith, The Cat, Verve Records. This is highly recommended if you like Latin jazz. Willy Bobo's Feeling So Good, one of my favorites, if not my favorite Willy Bobo album. Sunshine Superman, some great songs, and I really like Verve's artwork, to be honest. Of course, my Astrud Gilberto collection is on Verve Records. I almost had everything from her. Beat Samba, pretty well known album by her. Carl Zader, Soul Sauce, this is highly recommended vibraphone jazz. Look at this record. Listen to this record, sorry. Of course, Getz and Gilberto, Joao Gilberto, Stan Getz, featuring Antonio Carlos Jobim. This is his one of the most basic bossa nova records, highly recommended if you don't know it. This is the German pressing, not in the best condition, but this is a promo, as you can see here. Room for One More by Irene Reid. Pretty enjoyable, found this very cheaply in the German Discogs, in the German eBay, sorry. Spanish Grease by Willy Bobo, maybe my second, or at least those two are Willy Bobo's best recordings on Verve, for sure. Really like the artwork here. This is highly recommended Latin jazz, yes. Willy Bobo. This is a Greek copy of Getz Gilberto, The Girl from Ipanema record, Gatefold this time. This was a pretty good record from Dizzy Gillespie at the Newport, Verve Records. Pretty enjoyable, highly recommended Dizzy Gillespie record. Just grabbed it some weeks ago. This is a fantastic one, also highly recommended. Gatefold, 1 LP, but Gatefold. Kenny Barrell's guitar forms, arranged and conducted by Jill Evans. This is guitar bossa nova, but it's not only bossa nova. This is actually an experiment what Kenny Barrell can do with his guitar. This is highly recommended stuff, out of course on Verve Records, which is the label that I choose to show records from. Another one classic, bossa nova, Jazz Samba, Stan Getz and Charlie Bird. This is a classic bossa nova record. Gatefold. Soulville by Ben Webster, fantastic stuff. You can hear some bluesy influences on that one. I need to respin it, played it once and it was fantastic. Highly recommended if you don't know it. Some Jimmy Smith records, Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf, gatefold. Jetzt auch Gogo on Verve Records, German pressing. Gary McFarland, Soft Samba. This is again Bossa Nova. You can see my thing with Bossa Nova on Verve. These are Beatles Bossa Nova edits. Check out the track list and you will understand what I'm talking about. Cool record. This is not in the best condition, but the record is amazing. Again, Carl Sader, one of my favorite Verve artists. Several Shades of Jade. This is, of course, typical Carl Sader sounds, but a combination between his style and lots of Asian influences. Highly recommend it. Bad condition, you can see this bad cover, but it was cheap and it's not that easy to find. Good shape and normal prices here in Greece or in Berlin. My Astrud Gilberto collection is on Verve. Astrud Gilberto Vanderlei, Certain Smile, A Certain Sadness. Don't know why, but I love her. I mean, her voice reminds me something hard to explain, but I really love Astrud Gilberto. The Shadow of Your Smile, out on Verve Records. Look to the Rainbow, Astrud Gilberto, with arranged and composed by G. Evans again. The Astrud Gilberto album, out on Verve. This is one of my favorite Astrud Gilberto's covers and records. Windy. Cricket Sing for Anna Maria is on this record. I think I'm gonna need to drop it for a second. 100% summertime. By the way, I'm sure I've got more of Verve stuff in my boxes, but I think those are enough. Still got a couple of more to show you. Let me drop you this Cricket Sing for Anna Maria song, which is a little bit cheesy, but I'm not gonna consider Astrud Gilberto as a guilty pleasure. Love her sound, really.
Hey Maria, Papa said, you better go to bed. Maria, Mama said, you better go to bed. The little sister said, you better go to bed. The older brother said, you heard what Papa said, you better say goodnight. You better shut the light. Papa told you no, you can't go out tonight. But Papa didn't know Maria had a date. Couldn't let him wait. Fell in a little hole.
Louis Armstrong, let's continue. What a Wonderful World, one of his classic LPs on Verve. And this is a box set. Verve Records, Jazz Box, 10 LP set, 10 records with including artists like Louis Armstrong, Ella Fitzgerald, of course, the Verve Records basic artist, Jimmy Smith, Oscar Peterson, Stan Getz, Billie Holiday, Jerry Mulligan, Yene Krupa, of course the drummer, Lalen Hampton, the Modern Jazz Quartet, Billy Evans, Charlie Parker, Chick Corea, Returned Forever, and Duke Ellington. This is a box set of Verve Records. Yeah, I mean, I think there are enough. I still got like maybe 10 more and maybe even more. I'm still organizing my records. Mr. Needle Groove, your channel is fantastic. You are always giving me lots of records that I want, and I adding into my wish lists lots of stuff, lots of records that you are showing. Love your channel, keep on doing videos. That was my reply to you. Thankfully that my records arrived before yesterday and I managed to do a reply to your contest. Congratulations once again for the subscribers, and we stay in touch, Bye.